Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm Richard, and this is, as you can see, Lap of my garage. So yeah, as you can no doubt tell, we're still in the process of finishing out the interior of my garage. I had hoped to be further by this point in the month, but there have been some delays. For one thing, we got a little bit of rain over the weekend in Knoxville and the week prior, culminating with this. What you're looking at here is the intersection or interchange that I would use to get onto Interstate 40 to really go anywhere. The rest of the county looks fairly similar, and it was so bad that they've actually called school off for 2 days because the floodwaters haven't abated enough at this point for the buses to get where they need to. On top of that, one of the subcontractors actually had their truck totaled by a distracted driver midweek. Everyone, as far as I know, is okay. He was actually out here today, and he got the insulation put in the walls with him and his crew. But that's where I'm at, and it's really one of those things of, before I do that, I must first do this, and that's kind of applicable here because I first need a place where I can prep my car to go to the track before I can go to the track. Right now, my other garage bay that I would normally have free is actually full of all the stuff that was in here, so I can't work in there, and then I also am not going to, be that guy to kick my wife out to, to look over another car, so... it is what it is for the moment, but progress is happening, fortunately. And in the meantime, I've just been, taking care of some other small things, some DIYs on the garage, and window shopping Datsun parts. That and looking at track days for probably mid to late March at this point. So more to come on that as I have as the schedule sort of fleshes out there, obviously. But in the meantime, just kind of a quick update. So, as I mentioned, we have the insulation in the walls at this point, and I also did a little DIY, and then I painted my block wall down here, so the wall section of block, and this is partially below grade, so I did use a dry lock on it to go around. It's never actually weeped any. Okay, I retract that statement. It weeped just a little bit. Specifically back in the corner where I was painting, I'm putting a third coat on back there. But that was mainly because the corrugated piping that I have redirecting water from the gutter on that corner, because that's where one of the downspouts is, that had become disconnected and was pouring water at the base of the foundation, and that's why it was kind of weeping through the block a little bit there. But now that we finally caught a dry day or two, that's gone completely away. I put a fan on it to make sure it was dry enough to paint. It now has 3 coats of dry lock on it, which is, if it works as advertised, I'm pretty sure it should be able to cope with the very small amount of water that was coming through, if it does again. I've got a couple of things I'm going to do to the gutter to make that a little bit more robust on the outside, just to ensure that doesn't happen again. Because this, just not something you want to deal with. I don't want to have, moisture in the garage and water running across the floor and crap like that. And then, like I said, the other thing I've been doing is window shopping Datsun parts. That's kind of one of those things I've been having a little bit of I've had some indecision about, or it's been kind of on my mind as far as what I'm doing with the car. And not so much what I'm doing with the car. I have a pretty good idea of where I want the car to end up. It's more of, do I document that on the channel or not? Obviously, that's not really in the core... that doesn't fit with the core goal and sort of mission statement of the channel of driving as many racetracks as I can. And, however, it is something I'm going to be doing. It is car related, so I'm kind of open to it. I definitely don't have the viewership right now. Thank you again, everyone who has subscribed to the channel. All, I think, 416 of you, as I looked before I came out to film this, which is awesome. I think we're actually on track to have, we might hit the 1,000 by the end of the year. I'll have to think of something to give away if that happens. It won't be the Datsun, though. Sorry. Long story short, if you want to see more of the Datsun on the channel, leave me a comment down below and letting me know that's something you wouldn't mind seeing. I probably would just make it its own playlist, and it would just kind of it would happen in between going to tracks and other shenanigans of that nature. So, anyhow, in the interest of brevity, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to get back to painting over here before my brush dries out on me. Just know that the progress is happening. More interesting videos are on the way. And I appreciate you bearing with me in the meantime. I'm Richard, this is Lapoftheworld, and I will see you in the next video. If not, hopefully at the track.